All right, so North Carolina A&T beat down Central once again in the Aggie Eagle Classic, and they should feel good about that, considering this is their first win of the season. But what I think everybody should really talk about is the performance so far of Jah-Maine Martin. And I'm pleasantly surprised on how he's been this season so far. Like, granted, it's only been 3 games for them, but they only have about 7 games left. So if there was a time to pick up the pace, it should have been yesterday. It's crazy how when the backup running back rushes for more yards than the starting running back has in the first 3 games. I think Jah-Maine Martin had 32 yards against Furman. He only had 20 yards against Duke, and now he had 34 yards yesterday. And what's worse than that is he hasn't even scored a touchdown yet. And you gotta think if that's a product of the offensive line, or is that a product of him? Is it both? And look, at the start of the year, me and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people had him as the best HBCU player heading into this season. And a lot of people, he was the favorite. Like, we all thought that whoever was gonna come out to the NFL draft, he was gonna be the favorite between him and Akil Glass. They both could have been drafted last year if they decided to come out. They both could have been drafted. Jah-Maine Martin was already an All-American. He already won two HBCU championship games, and this is for a guy who ran over 1,200 yards in 2019 to a guy who don't even have 100 in the first 3 games is concerning. And who knows, they could, they stuffed the box to stop him, but it's crazy when you are not even the leading rusher of your team in the last 2 games. But in terms of this classic has been one-sided for a minute now. And nobody talks about the 12-year run that A&T had from 89 to 01. Like, that was, it was completely one-sided, and then it's been years, and then Central won 3 years in a row, then A&T comes back. So now A&T is on a 4-year run with them beating and not even close games either. Like, it's been runaways. Like, I think the last time, in 2019, they won 54-0. And Jah-Maine Martin ran wild all over them all games. So it's kind of concerning, honestly, for me to see how Jah-Maine Martin has been performing this far. Because this is not like him. I'm pleasantly surprised at how, of how he hasn't been performing so far. But, they haven't, the good thing about them is, about A&T, is that they have not gotten into conference play yet. So I believe, hopefully, once they start getting into the swing of things, they'll be able to be, we'll see what happens with them. But I hope Jah-Maine Martin gets it together, because I'm really surprised, honestly. So I hope they get it together.